We're very much a multi-sector business globally. We're heavily involved in the residential sector. We work within the education sector, and we do a lot of work with strategic land developers. We've got a very big focus on health, commercial and industrial space as well. My name is Chris Donachie. I'm a Regional Director at TSA Riley, and my responsibility is to head up our cost management business globally. Our core focus is the UK and Europe in terms of our largest cost management part of the business, but we also run operations out of both Malaysia and Australia, of which Costex forms a pivotal part in how we deliver that service globally.
All the drawings and stuff that come through, say from the architects and the M&E designers, we import them into Costex and then we can do our measurement directly off of that. And if we get revisions as well, we can create a new revision on Costex and input those new drawings in, and it sort of overlays them and it automatically measures what changes are done, which is very handy when you have a lot of variations that come about in schemes. So yeah, Costex is a really good way of keeping all that data in one place and updating revisions when you need to.
For us, data is a key part of how we deliver our services to our clients, data and accuracy. We need to have a system that operates in our background that all of our cost management business uses globally to ensure obviously a standard formation of data.
It's incredibly important to make sure that all the measurements are in one place for when I'm checking it, because it makes my job a lot easier. You know, we're always working to tight times constraints, so having sort of immediate access to where it's kept. We have the ability to send a file path, so I can just copy and paste and know exactly where everything is and can just check through it.
Some of our projects, the design, the architects will issue me, say, a 3D file that I can then implement into Costex and measure directly off of that. Some designers don't offer that, so most of my projects are refurbishments, so they tend to not issue 3D models. So we can still implement the use of the 2D drawings as well for that. And even clients as well, the way they like their costings laid out varies, but you can also adapt the templates on Costex to satisfy each different client as well, which is good. You probably have maybe 3 revisions of those drawings. So having the auto revisioning in Costex again saves a lot of time, not having to do it on multiple different softwares and then combining it. That's the part of Costex I use the most, is definitely the measurement tool.
I think from previous experiences it's difficult because you're having to format everything, you're almost starting from scratch again, whereas with Costex you don't have to do that. You could copy an existing template and make that slight tweak if you need it to, so it's more efficient.
You know, one of our big initiatives was to move away from Excel, and actually we've utilised the Costex workbook. So really for us it's also about a quality management process, so it's having all of our data in one area, and it sort of helps us eradicate errors as well by using the Costex system. So the workbook system is very key to us.
All of that's integrated into Costex, so the NRM phraseology of how you're describing works, you can just copy and paste it onto the workbook, which makes it incredibly easy and time efficient.
As well as also looking at some of the carbon side as well. So again, we've utilised some of the workbooks to bring in some of our own carbon data that we've got internally. We also find it fundamental in terms of our benchmarking process. So we also took on the RIB benchmarking system as well.
RIB, they have an online portal which you can go onto, and it has lots of online videos that you can go on and watch that give you sort of detailed instruction or demonstration on how to use all the different tools and softwares that are available within Costex. So it's a really beneficial system. You
know, a lot of our internal checks and the way that we run our business from a quality point of view also incorporates, you know, Costex and the checks that we need to run, of which the team at RIB have been part of and have been along the journey with us to make sure that, you know, the outputs that we're getting from the software is accurate. It's only really as we've grown as a business, and you know, our cost management team in 13 years has gone from sort of 50 people, you know, we're now up to, you know, close to 180 people with regards to actual cost managers that work for us globally. And you know, Costex has been part of that. You know, we've gone from a measurement tool to something that we can actually start to bring data into, that we can use to benchmark and store our data in. Sort of toolkit to be able to really push what we do within our markets.